Chakwera, the former president of Malawi, has come up with a new plan on how he wants to attack the newly elected president of Malawi, Peter Arthur Mutharika. This is going to shock you. This is something that everyone saw it coming. This is something that everyone knew about Lazarus Chakwera. Someone that has been claiming that everything that he's doing, he was ordained by God. Why is Lazarus Chakwera obsessed with Peter Mutharika? This is their main plan on how they want to kill Peter Mutharika. This is going to shock you. We as Christnoland TV, our work is to expose the head of state that are against innocent Africans. That is our responsibility. That is something that you are not going to stop until Africans are united. This is the dark secret of Lazarus Chakwera, because he don't believe even right now that he was outstunned by Peter Mutharika. Something that is going to shock you. This is the news to all the Malawian. All the Malawians should be very careful, because after doing our investigation, we have seen that they are coming up with a new plan on how they want to sabotage the government of Peter Mutharika. Stay careful, stay tuned, because here on Christnoland TV, we are going to tell you the plan of Lazarus Chakwera together with his supporters towards Peter Mutharika. They want to make Peter Mutharika not to work for innocent Malawians. Something that he started and he did not able to complete. Is trying to sabotage the government of Peter Mutharika to be seen as not doing anything to innocent Malawian. What is the new plan of Lazarus Chakwera towards Peter Mutharika? Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for the love. God bless you. God bless you. If you are new here, kindly subscribe and click the notification button for you to never ever miss any news that we post here in our channel, because we always focus on whatever that is trending in the world of internet. Christnoland TV, the home of African news. That is what we do. That is what we will continue to do until Africans are united, Africans are working together, and Africans are loving one another. On today's news, I want to expose to you the main plan of Lazarus Chakwera, who has been fully declared the former president of Malawi. Right now, Lazarus Chakwera, together with supporters, they are planning a protest towards the head of state currently in Malawi, Peter Mutharika. That is their plan, and that is something that they are planning underwater. But we at Christnoland TV is to make most of the Malawian to open their eyes to see what Lazarus Chakwera is planning towards Peter Mutharika, for them to be very careful, for them to watch out, because this is their main plan. They are planning a protest next week on how they want to sabotage the government of Peter Mutharika. And this thing is happening inside the people that are still in the government of Peter Mutharika. Remember that anyone that is close to Peter Mutharika should tell him that he should be very careful with those people that are still there, that were elected by Lazarus Chakwera, are the ones that are still giving Lazarus Chakwera information on whatever that Peter Mutharika is doing. What Peter Mutharika need to do, he need to change his government. That is what he need to do. He need to be very careful, because whatever that Lazarus Chakwera is planning towards him, it is evil. It is something that should not be tolerated. Lazarus Chakwera is planning for a protest. The protest is going to start next week, and this protest is going to be happening in the capital of Malawi. This is something that most of the Malawians should be very careful. Our intel has told us this protest that is going to happen is being sponsored by Lazarus Chakwera. A president, Peter Mutharika, has not been even 3 weeks into office, but they are trying to sabotage him. They are trying to make most of the African believe that Peter Mutharika is a bad president. Peter Mutharika doesn't have any vision for Malawian. So most of the Malawians should be very careful with this plan that Lazarus Chakwera, the former president of Malawi has towards Peter Mutharika, and they want to sabotage the government of Peter Mutharika. They want to sabotage. Even if Mutharika is doing anything, these people are going to come out and criticize that Mutharika isn't doing anything for Malawian. So this is the news that is reaching our desk on the plan of Lazarus Chakwera towards Peter Mutharika. And these protests, they are planning to bring some of the closest friends of Peter Mutharika down. So those people that are close to Peter Mutharika should try and inform him that he needs to be very careful. He needs to be very sober, because whatever that is going to be planned is going to shock so many people in Malawi. These protests have revealed to you that most of them are being sponsored by Lazarus Chakwera. That is the news that is reaching our desk. We as Christianal TV, we don't always leave any stone unturned. We try our best to tell our viewers currently whatever that is happening in Africa. There's nothing that you are going to benefit if you try to bring your own African down. You are once a leader, Lazarus Chakwera. It is time for you to leave Peter Mutharika to work. Those people that are behind Peter Mutharika should support him and should be ready to protect him, because whatever that is being planned underwater, it is sad, and it's something that is going to shock so many people. Lazarus Chakwera didn't know, but he was going to be outstunned by Peter Arthur Mutharika. That is why he's working around the clock to sabotage the government of Peter Mutharika. All the people that are behind Peter Mutharika should stay firm and should be ready to protect your president. You should be ready to be there for your president, because these are president that has have a vision. These are president that has a plan towards most of the Malawian. This is something that is being planned. This is something that is being planned underwater, but we have unveiled to you the plan of Lazarus Chakwera, the former president of Malawi. If you're new here, kindly subscribe. Let me give you 5 seconds for you to subscribe. Road is to 100,000 subscriber. With your support, with your love, I know that you are going to reach 100,000 subscriber, and we will be here to celebrate the silver button with you guys. That is what we'll do. That is what we'll continue to do. Share, so that this information can reach so many people across the world. That is the news that is reaching our desk on the plan of Lazarus Chakwera, the former president of Malawi. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for your support. Thanks for your love. We don't take this for granted. The time that you take to watch our videos, the time that you take to share our content, we really appreciate. That means that whatever that you are doing here, it is impactful. What we do as Christinolan TV is to spread positive information on whatever that is currently happening in Africa. That is our motive, that is our responsibility, and that is our work as Christinolan TV. Kindly share this content so that it can reach the whole world to know how great is Africans and what is currently happening in Africa. And today, there is also an election going on in Cameroon. Most of the people are against Paul Biya. They doesn't want Paul Biya to reclaim power. My question tonight is that, do you think that Paul Biya is going to reclaim his seat once again? He's 92 years old. What is going to happen? That is also the news that is reaching our desk on whatever that is currently happening in Cameroon. The election are going to be announced after 16 days. Today is a voting process. After today, they are going to recount. An official announcement is going to happen on 25th of October to declare who was fully the president of Cameroon. Kindly, if you want to know more on whatever that is currently happening in Africa, Christinolan TV, the home of African news. As you always say, we are Africans, and Africa will remain to be our business. Kindly, you can also support us through the number down there, and God will bless you. Until next time, we always say spread positive vibe, spread positive news about Africa. Africa is a very beautiful continent. We stood firm. We will continue to stand with Africa, and we will continue to expose the head of state that are against about the unity amongst Africans. Game over.